Oh hey internet, welcome back to this stupid game on the Type QQ gaming channel. Starry Night's Helix. We know its shortcomings and its longcomings. It's I don't know. I want to say this is either my favorite shittiest game or the shittiest favorite game. It's somewhere low where it should be, but for some odd reason there's a like a golden nugget or a little turd nugget of charm in it somewhere. You know, I can't tell you what or why. You know, it's really bad. It's really bad. You know, the every time I play it, I find something new that I don't like. I mean, although there's some things that I'm finding out just now that I kind of appreciate. Especially in this run, we find out that sometimes, well, actually, I guess I shouldn't necessarily even say this run or other times, but yeah, I do appreciate the full heal between levels. That's pretty handy, but goddamn, everything else is just poop-tastic. And look how big her friggin' hitbox is. It's enormous. It's enormous. It's bigger than her head. Just make it her head. It'd be smaller. It's actually probably bigger than her torso. Whatever happened to it just being the heart, right? It's this giant purple spinning orb, like she's infinitely loading something. I mean, that's what it should be. It should be infinitely loading in her skull. If you have not seen part 1, to really soak in and enjoy the dialogue in this game, you're missing it. You gotta do that. What's with the combo system? What's with the points? Is it not ultimately like meaningless? You know? I'm not even gonna go on a nihilistic trip and and talk about the complete annihilation of the universe. Who cares about video games and points when we're all gonna die someday? I won't go there. I'm just saying, like, in this game, at this very moment, you know, what's the sense of anything, collecting anything? I mean, aside from power coins, if, wow, we got a stage bonus, that's great. I mean, we have infinite lives if we really want to, like, put our genitals through a cheese grater, you know? Ew, it was scary. I have to imagine she's talking about the cheese grater. I could think of other things, but that sounds like that would be a good moment to be scared and also disgusted. So yeah, we get a full heal, but we also drop down to level 1 power. You know, I guess this the plus and minus cancel each other out. Yeah, and just look how the bullets just stutter across the screen. Slow, ugly bullets. Tags us there. Luckily, some of these levels are just becoming so second nature. I'm not really having much of not much worry or difficulty. You know, getting through them or worrying about damage. You know, plus there are some enemies like these guys that do heal us, so I'm not entirely like worried about our mental state or our lively state in this particular junction of the game. Which I don't know. This might be the last video we do. To be completely honest, it's not a good game. I guess you often find sometimes people have 2 different lists. You know, the best and their favorite. You know, I certainly think this game ranks higher on my favorite list than it does on my best list. I'm not even saying that the ranking on my favorite list is very high. It's just, it is higher. You know, this game certainly doesn't deserve much in the quality department, but like I was saying, that little nugget of charm earns it a few more points than it really deserves. I mean, it's the whole premise, not the whole premise. I mean the whole mechanic. I'm failing myself on what to really call it, but it's an arcade game. It's an arcade game masked as an adventure game. And I mean that by saying, you know, there's a stupid map, there's a lot of dialogue, there's infinite continues, but there's no save feature, there's no password, or, you know, or what have you. You know, if you back out of the game that you're currently doing or close the game, you are effectively starting the game from scratch all over again. Much in the same way as you would, you know, get a game over in an arcade game and you know, don't put your quarter in in the time allotted, you know. So it's, you know, why do all this extra, you know, why do all this extra when ultimately it doesn't add to anything? You know, and for the most part, you know, I went on that rant about these gems in the score. Like, who gives a rat's ass if you're not getting an extend somewhere? I mean, the only value they have whatsoever right now is if you're, you know, doing the high score, like, world record challenge or something, you know? There we are, just throw yourself right through that vortex. I don't know. Like it's so weird to find out how bad this game actually is. Because to be completely honest, it's been sitting in my Steam wishlist for a long time. I think I looked at the Steam like trailer very briefly. And just through the screenshots, I'm like, yeah, that looks like a game that I'd be totally into. And then I just like let it there, just like rot, you know, and just gather dust on my wish list. And I never really thought two things about it until it was, you know, dropped down to a couple bucks. I think from like $10 to $2. I was like, oh shit, okay. I remember this game. I should check it out. And you know, there were some mixed reviews on the Steam page, which I, you know, glanced through. You know, of course, you're seeing a trend here where I didn't really do my due diligence and properly investigate this game, and thus suffered the consequences for it. But, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, as bad as this game is, I, you know, I'm guilty of having a sort of like, well, I'm glad I have it type of thing. You know, like I don't want to refund it. I think it's too long and I played too much of it to actually particularly refund it. And to be completely honest, I don't think to my recollection right now, I have not refunded a game yet on Steam. And I even have like that garbage like explotins on my library as well. I have some real like bottom of the dumpster games. I mean, no like asset flips or anything like that to my knowledge. But yeah, some real bad games that I really should have. But I was just like, you know, it's $1. Like, what else am I going to buy for $1? So it's at this point where we came into this third stage boss rather beaten up, and because he's the easiest boss in the known universe, we were able to kill him, and we're going into the next stage, which is Sunset Bridge? Question mark. The vortex is getting stronger. Ew, I'm scared. You don't know scared. Get real close to this cheese grater, and it will show you what scared feels like. So yes, a little positive, a little negative. We got healed up to maximum, but we got dropped down to 1 power. I suppose that's a good trade-off, because you can. I think you can kind of get maximum power and strength a lot easier and quicker than you can healing up your health points. What I need to do, if this statement even like holds any water whatsoever, because like I was saying, like I might not be like convinced to play any more of this, but what I should be doing and what I should have been doing is reflecting more bullets. I don't know if they actually deal any damage when you use our charge attack to hit him back, but you know, in areas where we kind of seem a bit overwhelmed, particularly in this boss battle later in this level, we should be like, I don't know, like punching bullets back. Although, I don't know, maybe not, if it's taking away from our damage output. Talking is hard sometimes. Yeah, and these health bars, man, some enemies are just fine with a sort of quick death, and I'm okay with these sort of mini-bosses, if you even call them such. But yeah, these sort of enemies that come out all the damn time, they all have fucking life gauges. Like, burn in hell. Alright. Here we are. And there we go, huh? Falling ever so quickly. But yeah, these are the assholes where we've been being killed by in past runs. And much of the same. Dying and using the bomb at the same time. So sure, okay, that was the thing. Game over. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe we'll play this some more, I don't know.